A60 Show. I'll be your host, A60. And it is a beautiful day out here in Texas, as you can see. Very nice and warm. I think it's about 80 degrees today. Oh, it's 85. I think it's supposed to be 90 this weekend. But we had 85. Looking good outside. Got to give a special shout out to all my people in New York, people in Texas. Um, Also, got to give a shout out to my Elite Learners family, my St. John's Kingston Park family. But now we're going to switch it up a little bit. I wanted to change directions. I know every time we come on here, we always talk sports. Funny thing, the ladies that I'm having on today, they know sports too. I mean, they have a little issue. They Cowboy fans, so we're gonna let that rock. So we're gonna talk about that too. You know how they became Cowboy fans. We're gonna get into all that, but they are two beautiful queens that I happened to meet at Austin Avenue. They like my big sisters, so we sit and have conversations all the time. And I always told them, I said, I'm gonna get y'all on my podcast. We're gonna have these conversations, and they was like, yeah, whatever. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm putting them in front of everybody. So now we're gonna have this conversation. That we've been talking about. If we would sit at the bar, it'd be the same conversation we're going to have today. And you know, with me, everything is about a conversation, and it's all our opinion. And I want answers. I want a woman's perspective. I just want to know what's going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, the A60 Show, Miss Quinn and Miss Adrian. What's up, ladies?
What's up?
How you doing?
Doing good.
You doing good?
Yeah, but I was making an ugly face when you talk about cowgirl fans. So don't get started.
I mean, did I say something wrong? Or wasn't I telling the truth?
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh, Cowboys fan.
Yes.
Cowboys. Boys. Yeah, I brought me a shirt from Kroger the other day. So yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go clean my car.
Okay.
Cowboys shirt.
Yeah, I had to do that. You know, had to make sure it was had to make sure everything was straight. You know. That's when you put the dirt. That's when you put the dirt. So, ladies, let's start off. How long y'all been Cowboy fans? Quinn, how long you been a Cowboy fan? Let's start out with
that. It's been a really, really long time. So I moved to Texas, back to Texas in 1977. But I was born in Texas. So I would say take me back to 1970. So what is that? 50 years?
That's a long time to be losing.
Longer than 50 years.
Really, Al? We didn't lose all the time. We did win some Super Bowls, remember?
Won 3 in a row.
Yeah, I did win some Super Bowls. I remember the 3. I think I was born around that time. I think I was, what was that, 80s? No, it was 90s, right?
Yeah.
3 Super Bowls. Oh, that was VHS. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that was back then.
9, 2, 3, and 4.
That's some good teams back then, though.
Stop hating.
I guess they see us, but it's frozen on my side. But I guess I'm watching on my Facebook, so they still see everything on the Facebook. So it'll catch back up as long as.
Oh, okay.
So you're fine. So I have some questions. Here's one question I want to ask you guys. Baby fathers. Why, and this, give me your opinion, why do most women treat baby fathers so bad?
I mean,
Can
I'm
I
gonna let
speak?
Quinn go.
You can. Whoever want to go first. Let's go with Adrian first.
No, let's go with Quinn first. Mine would be hypothetical.
Okay, let's go with Quinn first.
Okay, first of all, I don't treat my baby daddies bad.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be able to answer to that. Now, from a perspective of maybe my daughters, their baby daddies are not up to par. And
Okay.
I won't say that they treat them bad either, because
Right.
they get treated the way they deserve to be treated
Okay.
in that case. But I don't treat my baby daddies bad. So
Adrian.
Um, I think it could be a combination of things and why women treat their baby daddies bad. Sometimes I believe it's because ultimately they may be upset because they're no longer with that person or that they chose not to be with them, even though they care for a child. And sometimes women hold animosity like that. And I'm just speaking from roommates in college, friends that I know and girlfriends, because I don't have children. I have a
Mhm.
bonus dog, but I feel like a lot of that comes from that. I don't want to say resentment, but it's kind of like you're not me, you're not with me, raising our child together, then I don't really want to have nothing to do. But it also comes on the flip side. They treat that bad because they're doing so. So it's not necessarily treating you bad. I'm like you said, you put out what you receive what you put out. So
Mhm.
you're not going to don't think you're getting treated bad. You're just getting like Quinn said, you're getting treated how you should be treated. You're not doing the part. Because ultimately, when you have a child, if that mother and that father is not together, 80-90% of that responsibility falls on the mother.
Mhm.
and it also comes from maturity levels as well, right?
Mhm.
So if you've broken up and you've truly broken up, that's a whole different thing. But if you've broken up, but you haven't really broken up, you're not done with that person, you're gonna treat that man just like the man might treat the woman differently because they're not done with the relationship. So in my situation, it's like, okay, so we're mature enough to know, hey, we've gone on and we can commingle. We can commingle. My baby daddy, he comes around, he hangs out. My brothers, my current boyfriend knows him. You know, there's events that's happening. I got grandkids, I have kids. There's no reason for me to be have any animosity. We're cordial to each other, actually friends, you know. So I think it comes from maturity level and knowing that you're done with the relationship and you're not trying to do anything else. So as long as there's not any jealousy or animosity, you can do that. You can do that because you got birthday parties, you got weddings, graduations, where that other person is going to be there. So, but you got to be a mature person to be able to do that and actually be done with the relationship in a romantic sense.
Here's the
Both
flip
sides.
side to that. Go ahead, Adrian. I'm sorry.
No, I just said both sides have to be mature. One party can be
Right,
mature, but the other is not. It's still
right.
mature and understand we can move forward.
Yeah.
Here's the flip side to that. What if you are a baby dad, a good father, and you're doing what you're supposed to for your kids, and you still have issues with your baby moms? Is that based on maturity as well?
That means she's
On her
done. I
maturity,
mean, she's not done. She's got something lingering that's not letting her go forward. So, and you have to think about different people's personalities as well. Their
Mhm.
mental capacity, they just might not be, they just might be, I don't even want to say crazy, but
No, say
they might
crazy.
be, they might be real jealous hearted. And, you know, maybe the guy did something to her and she hasn't forgiven him. And it's like, I want to make your life miserable. And that happens too.
Mm, I get
I
that.
don't feel any fight to be. It shouldn't be a struggle to be. You want to parent your child, whether you're the male or you're the female, that shouldn't be a fight. When it becomes a fight, and there is a discrepancy with who you had your child with. Like they say, be
Yeah.
careful who you have kids.
You should be able to
Like I
co-parent.
said, mother and no father should have to touch you. If you want to parent your child, you to. If that other spouse or that other parent is not allowing you to co-parent, then again, it's an issue. It ain't you. You trying to parent the child, but if you can't come to consensus with the father or the mother of that child, then again, be careful who you choose to have kids.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, I
let me
mean, I
switch. Go ahead, go ahead. Finish your statement.
I'm a strong believer in that side of dating people that have children. Pretty much, once you get married, you're pretty much going to come across, they're going to have children.
Right.
So I've always been in that position where, you should have to parent. But it comes from, like you said, they're not through the relationship or they're not through with what y'all had together. There's some type of animosity with them or jealousy with them. Or sometimes they just flat out don't want to see that person. They don't.
True. That is true.
How do you guys feel about this situation? Say your ex-husband, say you married, you get divorced, and your ex-husband gets married, the wife that he's with now at that moment, how do you feel they should proceed with the kids that you have? Like, how should that happen? And the reason why I asked that question is because I was married, she remarried, he has a son. Of course, we have our two boys. And my whole thing is I would want that man that's in that house to treat my kids like if it's his own, because I'm gonna treat his son if it's my own. How do you feel? You feel it should be that way? And if it is not that way, is that a problem?
Yes.
Mm.
I mean, I feel that way. I feel that way. I've been in that situation. I guess really, I've been divorced and have kids.
Mhm.
Then my ex-husband, he got married. He has a daughter. He actually had a daughter while we were married. And I still treat her, like she's my own. She cares about me she really, really respects me.
Mhm.
She didn't know, we had a conversation at Austin Avenue one night, and I explained to her about some things that happened, and she was like, "Thank you, Mimo. I didn't know that." She said, "I needed that." I said, "I
Mhm.
have nothing against you. Have nothing against you." So we have a good relationship. But then also with the younger daughter that he had, she comes to soccer games we just all are able to commingle.
Mhm.
And I mean, I don't have any animosity. I don't. But there are people out there that do. So I'm like, I might be one of those different type of women that, is able to go on and embrace moving on and embrace the kids and all of that. I mean, I think I might be a little bit different.
That's fair. That's fair. Adrian, how you feel about that?
Yeah, everyone doesn't have that copacetic relationship that you have. And I actually always value that because they do all hang out all day long. But and the question that you asked, I do believe that you should treat that all the children as if they were children, because you want the same for your children. Now, then again, you as a parent, y'all have to be able to agree to co-parent. If you co-parent, you're not in the same household, which means y'all gotta have you united front. To have you united front, y'all have to still maintain some type of relationship to be able to have that united front. And I feel like that's sometimes where that may break. Because if y'all are talking a copacetic relationship, and it's gonna be hard for y'all to make you not front with kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, like y'all both may love the children and want the best for the children, but if y'all don't communicate well, then it's hard to have united front with the child. The children are
Yeah.
gonna play against each other. They say
Mhm.
one thing to the dad, one thing to the mama, and be like, okay, they don't talk. So I can maneuver my way through this. So I think that's
Right.
where the gap in the time. You want the best and you want to treat the child like they're your own, but if you as a parent, whether you're the father, your mother, and the children at your house or at that house, if y'all don't have a good relationship to make that united front, the child don't know that. And they're gonna play y'all against each other every single day.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yeah, because
I
I'm
agree.
glad United Front children, they know. And if you can't come to the United Front, so they know what everybody go as mama gonna say the same thing they're gonna say, and vice versa. But if they know that's
Right.
not the case, they gonna play it. So you may want it, but if you don't have a copacetic relationship with that other parent, as much as you try to co-parent and raise that child like it's your own, then it's gonna be a conflict. Because when I
And
raise
it's
a child
important
as
not
my
to
own, and
down
then
talk.
as you know,
It's
but
important
again,
not
it
to down
has its,
talk
like when it
the
said
other
her and
parent.
her children, so they're able to effectively be around children and their grandchildren together because they get them. So, but if you don't do it with that other parent, when you trying to co-parent, how that work?
I think for me in that situation is based on how I was brought up. If I'm with that woman, I'm gonna always respect who she have in her house, no matter what the
Right.
kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Hmm.
that's where like everybody's family. Like you said, everybody's family. We're gonna hang out together. We're gonna do stuff together. These are my kids. Your kid is my kid. I don't see no type of separation. And of
Hmm.
course, as the person coming in, you never want to overstep your boundaries. You want to go as far as you can go. Is discipline. How do y'all feel about that situation? Is there any type of discipline, or do you have a discussion with the discipline, or how does that work when it comes to having to discipline? Yeah,
Adrian?
I see you, Agent. I see you. You go first, Agent. You go first. You go first.
Well, for me, because I don't have children, I feel like it also comes down to the age of when the children come around as far as the discipline and what you do is when they're younger, that adolescent age, and you're like, and they're around you, you spend time with them, they're with you some weekends and not, you have that opportunity to mold how you would discipline, but you have to, again, I'm not the parent. I'm the girlfriend.
Mhm.
And so at that point, you have to understand you're not the parent. You
Mhm.
are the girlfriend. So how they choose to discipline their child and talk to their child at that point, to me, you step out of it. I say whatever they say because it's not my place. Again, if they came in younger and they'd been around since you were younger and y'all kind of developed that relationship, like, this is how I do
Mhm.
things. I don't tolerate this. I don't tolerate that. If they come around and they're teenagers and they're at that young adult age, what's your daddy say go? Because he's your parent, he's your father. And if I do disagree, you never disagree in front of him. It'll be like, all
Mm.
right, let's talk about how we do this. But ultimately, that person is the true parent. Now, when you're married, even still, I feel like it's a conversation you have before you get married, especially if you have young kids that still need to be parented. That's a conversation you should definitely have before you get married. Because grandma said kids can break up a relationship,
Mm.
break it all the way. If you don't have that conversation before you get married and you feel like you discipline one way and this is how you go, and the other half feels like you discipline another way, then y'all disagreeing on how house children roll back into y'all. So that conversation, you marrying, y'all have kids and out kids together, and then they
Mm.
have kids with somebody else. So that conversation needs to be had about how I feel about discipline. Like, what's your 1, 2, 3 time out thing? Like, what you do? You talk, you time out, you beat ass, you ground. What you do? So I can
Mm.
understand how you are and how I feel like that's a valid conversation.
Mm.
Okay, Al,
It's different.
I'm
I
listening.
got a question for you.
Okay, let's do it.
So, okay, say that you're the boyfriend
Hmm.
and you have a girlfriend that has kids.
Hmm.
Do you think there's boundaries where you can't, discipline, or are you going to be a step back? Hey, I'm not in it. I'm just the boyfriend. What would be your take on that?
I think for me, I'm a hands-on type of person, but I'm not. I know I'm not going to cross those lines. Like
Hmm.
you said, you got to have that conversation. So if I see something and it happens in front of me, I'm probably going to say something. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Then I'll say, "Hey, was that okay to say that?" Because if I'm going to be around, I feel like I should have some say, not have a lot, but I'm not going to let him just or let her be disrespectful. Now we're not going to do that
Right.
because that means you can do that all the time. And again, I wasn't raised like that. I mean, I was raised that if somebody's kid was around me, you got to check in with that kid. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm not gonna do this. You know, you going if I'm gonna be here feeding you, giving you money, and all this type of stuff, you're gonna respect me. And I might not need
Mhm.
it every day. I'm just saying, respect me
Right.
shown when you come around. You know, that's just how I feel about that situation because we all go through it. We all go through it.
Right.
With you're considered mine now. That goes back to what we said. You're considered mine now, but I'm never going to overstep those boundaries to where I got to put my hand on you and all that. If I don't even
Yeah.
put my own kids, you know what I'm saying? So I'm
Right.
not going to do that. I'm like, hey, I got to check her because this ain't right. You know,
Right.
you okay with that? Now, if she says, no, don't be talking to my child, now I know my boundaries. You know, like I got
Right.
to be careful on what to say and what not to say. That's just how I would handle that situation.
So you kind of play on your partner, you know, what their take is on it. And if they're like, hey, you good,
Mhm.
do what you got to do. A sort of, you know, you ain't gonna put your hands on them and stuff like that. But
Right.
in
Yeah.
regards to disciplining and being there, because you are providing some type of support, whether it's financial, emotional, all that kind of stuff, you still have a place to do that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel. I feel I'm here. I'm present. I don't know what's going on with your dad. That's not my problem. But when you're
Right.
around, there's going to be some type of order and respect, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
And it's not going to never get far fetched because it's going to be the same way if you walk into the room with, hey, I want this and I want that. If you can ask me, I can return what I'm going to give you if you're
Yeah.
going to respect, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's just how I feel. And I think sometimes as men, we go into it. I'm not speaking for all, some general.
Hmm.
We get nervous of how to handle that situation when we're dating a woman that has kids.
Yeah.
We we don't want to lose the woman because of the kid, but at the
Yeah.
same time, we don't want to be disrespectful or know our set rules. We don't want the baby father tripping and he
Hmm.
now you got a different issue. I'm all in. If we here, let's all be work together.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
but everybody's different on how they handle it. Where you don't have those problems. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Hmm.
so. That's valid. That's a valid question.
Yeah.
Valid question. Very valid.
I mean, you hope for the best that the other half would be willing to engage and have that conversation, but they don't want to, unfortunately. It's always in the best interest of the child. I always try to say, because the child didn't ask to be here. So you always try to keep it in the best interest of them.
Yeah.
My family just chimed in. He said, if I get to the point of having to put my hands on your child, I will leave the relationship. Not going to go to jail at this stage in life. If your child is going to be disrespectful to me, he's going to leave. And
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I got to put my hands on, that makes no sense.
I agree.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. Molly,
I
I agree
agree.
with that 100%. Molly.
I agree.
Let me ask. So this is another conversation because I hear this all the time. When you're dating a man, do you and you go vice versa? I can come back at me, whatever questions you got. What is how long should a man wait before he proposes or get married to the woman? I'm just saying that's for somebody that tried to go at me the other day. So that's why I put that out there. He
I
knows
mean,
he know who he is.
You know, you know, you know, we're not talking about 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds.
Right.
we
We're
talking
talking
any
about seasoned
what we talking about? Is there an
adults.
age limit, or are you just talking about period?
I mean, in general, if put it this way,
No age, just in
if
general.
we've been dating for 5 years, does that ruin the relationship? Should we have already went down that aisle? I'm just asking.
No, I
Is
don't
there a
think you're.
Okay,
time?
so now I've had this conversation with several people.
Okay.
Okay, because I've been with somebody for a long, 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 long time. Long, past 5 years, past 10, past 15. But it really has to be a mutual thing. or you have to get to a place where you say, hey, that's something I strive to be. I've been married twice. I've been married twice. First one, I shouldn't have got married. I was young. I shouldn't have got married. I should have just took my behind back home. I shouldn't have got married. So I can kind of X that out. Okay, that don't count. The second one, I got married. It ultimately ended because of, trust issues after there was an outside kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
So at that point, you're like, okay, is that what I strive for in life? What am I gaining from it? A last name? And that's it. It's got to be something more. It's got to be something more. It's got to be something mutual. Oprah and Stedman, how long they been together?
That's a different type of money conversation, though.
Money.
They probably have other reasons for not doing it.
But look, Oprah can make him sign a prenup.
No, I agree.
I mean, it's got to be a mutual thing. It's like, that's something that somebody strives to be or do. Because a woman, if she wants to be married, she can get a man an ultimatum. Hey,
as my grandma said,
if that's my goal in a relationship, I would give an ultimatum.
Okay.
If that's my goal. But there's some people that go on with life and relationships. They don't even cross over to that. It's like, I don't have to be married. Mm-hmm. And really, to tell you the truth, it's bad right now because a lot of people have bad feelings about marriages, because back in the day, our elders, they took that serious. Now, it's like, oh, get married. The night before, they out with somebody else. If you're committed before you are married. You're committed before you're married. So that paper don't do anything but tie you into a harder way to get out. Because if you're gonna do stuff right before you get married, I mean, even women, had women, we've gone to weddings and we cried. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, I wish that was me. Only for the woman to turn around and tell us, oh, I didn't want to marry him. I just married him for his money. And that's coming from a woman.
That's crazy.
That's the way the world is now. That people are not marrying for real love like they used to. And it's bad for young people because they see that. They see, what am I getting married for? People aren't taking it serious.
I want that love like my grandparents. Be together.
Yeah.
Never really been married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you just been together. I want that type.
Now it's too easy. It's like, oh, I'm married. We done had an argument. I want out. And guess what? And give me half.
I was just talking about that. I mean, I would love the love that my grandparents had, that they too had, but do we? Because let's just go back. Back when our grandparents, our great grandparents or whatever, when they got married, a lot of times they was already chosen. They got married really young. My grandmother had her child at 14. So back then, women stayed with men because it was better to have a piece of a man than no man at all. They were taught. Your job is to take care of the household, you get the money. So like, do we really want, because there's very few relationships that I can look at and be like, oh, my grandparents are totally happy. Like my grandparents were married 74 years. Died in 96, died in 91. I was like, oh my God, I want that. As I grew older in life, I listened to my uncles, my aunties, my cousins talk about like what they saw, what they went through, what they witnessed. And I'm like, oh my dad, my grandpa was a white cleaner now, but he was a provider. He was a provider. He made sure there was food on the table, but he was
right.
Back then, that's what I'm saying. Do we really want what they had back then? Because back then they stayed in spite of everything.
They did.
Yeah. I got uncle aunties. They got sets of kids. Like he married. He got 4 other families right on across the parish, across the living down the street.
Ooh, Adrian. Ooh, you stomping on some toes now.
I'm just saying that's what it was back then. Women were out
It
But
there.
that's
is.
real though. But that's real. We saw that. We saw
Yeah.
that. I agree.
So I think now in an era, I'm like, yeah, I've been married and I've been divorced, and my divorce was like not for the week. It was like some Jerry Springer shit. So
Yeah.
I digress when I say, yeah, I want to be married. I want that old folks love, but I want real. I want
Right.
where it's not materialistic. It's not based like Beyonce say. I want somebody to upgrade me, and I want to upgrade him. We
Right.
should be mates to each other. You want to find a helpmate. I don't want to be a burden to him, and I don't want him to be a burden to me. We should be able to help each other and do better
Right.
together.
Right.
So, I'm in a relationship. I dated this person in high school. We both married, divorced, we're dating again. And everybody's like, when y'all getting married? I'm like, why y'all rushing us? We good. Like, I ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Like, we good. Now, I do want you to want to be married. I am one of those women like, yeah, I want to be married. I ain't trying to be girlfriend forever. But am I in a rush? No.
So he doesn't have a time limit.
I don't feel like there's a time limit, but in my mind, I'm like, we were at a place where we're like, okay, we're about to try to do this. And then we got introduced with other things in our lives that made us postpone that
No,
situation.
that's fair. That's
So
fair.
it's like when things come in your life and change the dynamic of your life, sometimes you got to change the plan. Like,
Hmm.
you want to see the Lord laugh, you tell him your plan. So our plan wasn't it. So I was like, okay, yeah. Now, am I going to date forever? Like, no. I eventually, I want those people, yeah, I want to be a wife. But I'm not going to rush to get a wife. I'm not going to give you an ultimatum to be a wife. But again, I'm not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. So, but I don't want to say there's a time limit, but we ain't ready for that. But we
Mm,
do have some things we're trying to get out of the way and get done. Try to move into that next step. So yeah, I don't
that's
think
fair.
there's a time limit. Some people are in relationships and like, I don't want you to. We can date. Ain't no need to get married. We can do what we're doing now. Because like you
I'm
said, like
past the
Quinn said,
ultimatum stage.
these days, a
We know
marriage,
you.
all
Way
it is,
past the ultimatum stage.
it's a contract. All marriage is, when you actually get married, it's a contract. Um, like I said, it's all preference. If you're happy the way you are, who says you gotta be married? Again, that's the old school mentality. Like in my family, I'm one of the only nieces and one of the only, that women that aren't married don't have kids. But the old school mentality, they look at you, you still ain't married and you don't have no kids. Like, what's wrong with you? I want to say nothing. I'm smart as hell. That's what it is. I'm not about to talk no bullshit. That's why I'm not married. And got 4 or 5 kids with two different three baby daddies. Like being married and having children does not solidify me as a confident, independent, reliable one. I did not have to be married. I did not. I was one of
I
those
do
women that
want a
was like,
promise ring.
but again, like there you go. Put that out there.
You stop.
Look,
A
man,
promise ring at 60 some years old. Oh God.
Oh boy, ain't that something?
my first marriage was yeah. I'm about to
Do you think once you've been married, it's harder to remarry?
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Because you
I
already
think
know what you don't want to do, what you don't want to tolerate, and you know what it is when you married and it ain't right. You're like, oh, I don't want to do that again.
uh,
Because divorce is not for the weak.
Nope.
yeah,
So
listen,
yeah,
I
it's
didn't want
definitely
it
not.
the first time, but it happened. But I said if I do it again, it's this is it. I'm done. I'm shutting it all down. So
Yeah.
I mean, you,
can't. I'm not gonna. You get at that point in your age of your life where you're just like this is bad. Like,
Right.
and I think for me, what it hit most for me, I woke up at 50 and I was alone.
Yeah.
nobody.
And I was
Yeah.
alone. You know, and I said I don't want that feeling again. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
it's just not the feeling being alone, being with a person that's genuine, who appreciates you and understands you, and just want to share life with. You know what I mean? Like grow and
Genuine. Yeah.
genuine. Like
Genuine.
I don't have to ask or say, you're just doing it. And I'm like, well, you
Yeah.
didn't have to do that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like I think that's cool to me. Um, and that's the type of things that I like. So
I mean, like you said, you want to help me. You want someone who understands your love. And that's kind of where it all boils down to. Everybody has a different love, the way they communicate, what they feel like they need. And if you love that other person enough, you will figure out their love. Because y'all love language is not the same. Everybody's just different. And like you said, nobody wants to go old alone. People say that all the time. I don't need nobody. I don't want to be reminded. But the truth of the matter is, nobody wants to go old.
Mm-mm.
And if you really truly feel that way, then you right where you need to be by your damn self.
Yeah, my brother got on here, Quincy. He just said, Al, you told me that one more chance, which I'm glad you're giving yourself that option. Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, I got to give myself the option because you never know what's going to cross path in your life.
No,
You never know what God's going to put in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
you're right.
And you sit there and you be patient and long enough, you never know what's gonna walk in, and
Right.
just make sure you don't close the door this time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
And you got when you got that feeling, you like something is talking to you. Is like this is it
Sometimes
because we hear people talking. It's like it's a doggy dog world out there. If you find somebody that's halfway genuine, you gotta step out there because there's so many men and women playing games. They've been hurt. They might have been in a relationship. It's just not the men. It's the women. Not just the women. It's the men too.
yeah.
They're not trying to get serious because they run into all these women that are playing games.
Mhm.
So if you run into somebody that actually is genuine and is there for your best interest, then I mean, got to put it on lock.
It's
I
funny
just
because
say this,
go ahead,
and a
Adrian.
lot of friends know this. I always say everything is great in the first 4 weeks.
That's your statement.
That's my statement. And I stay true to that. Because even at our age, we need the representation of the person. So
Yeah.
everything is great in the first 48. I'm like, you could be great in the first 48 hours. I'm gonna give you good first 48 seconds. I'm gonna go to minutes, then I'm gonna go to hours, and I'm gonna go to days, I'm gonna go to weeks, you go to months. Because at some point in time, over that stretch of it, you'll show me your true self. You
Mm-hmm.
can't have a representation ever. So I just give time to people like Adrian, because even the guy I'm dating now, they were like, Adrian, what's taking you so long? Why? I'm like, I'm just waiting. I don't know. It seems good right now, but everything's always great in the first 48. Let me get a little bit more time. So I'm one of those people because I've been there. I've been down that, oh, this is great. This is bliss. And the first 3, 4 months is great. And then you think that's the one you lock in. And then a year or 2 years later, you're like, who the fuck did I make? Like, who that person? Like, I know who this is.
Yeah.
That first 6 months, it was great. Because they were showing you what you wanted to do, doing what you wanted to do, giving you what you wanted, like what you wanted. And like my grandma say, how you caught them is how you keep them. But again, the first 48 is great. So over time, that person can change. And then, like we are the age we are now, we're set in our way. What you see is what you get. But
Can't change no different than
we
what
can't
it is.
change,
Nope.
but we are who we are. This is.
Yeah, I'm not going from 2% milk to almond milk. Like it's not happening.
That's what I'm saying.
Not 2% almond. What an analogy, Al.
We're not gonna do that. It's funny. I met someone, and I think when they asked me a question about what I want in a woman, I said I want a woman. I want a woman, and you can put that anywhere you want because a woman knows what a woman is, know how to handle herself. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing to answer for. And that means you do what you got to do. I don't have to tell you what a woman does. You know what a woman does. So that's what I
I don't
want.
agree.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay, tell me
Because
why.
I feel like your opinion of be a woman can be different than somebody else's. And you should not leave it up for interpretation.
I agree.
So you say, hey, I want a woman who this, a woman who that. You got to be specific about what you want in a woman. You can't just say a woman's going to automatically know. No,
But what
that's
if she
different for different people.
But what if she do that in the first 48, and then after that it come to 72, and then it's a wrap? She don't do it no more.
That's why you
Hey,
stretch that as long as you can before you make it.
Okay.
I told you, you start with seconds, you go to minutes, you go to hours, you go to days, you go to weeks, you go to months.
and you
That's
can't,
what
and it can be great in the first 48, and then it can be good for another 48, and then go back to great in 48. and then go to semi-good in the next. So it's about that person and whether you really want to pursue it. Now, if it goes from great to zero, that's something. But it's going to be different levels of, time in a relationship. So not
Yeah.
always going to be great.
Yeah.
But I pay attention to the look because what I learned in my marriage, that it's the little things that end up killing a relationship. Because
Mhm.
little things that you be like, oh, that's fine. But I be joking. I said it's little things that you make us in my throat and they sweet. Because once those things bomb, they build up. It's something small, but that's something small you haven't said anything about, and they do it all the time.
Yeah.
You express yourself about the small. It's like all hell to broke this because you let that little thing go so long that little thing has become a big thing. So if it's something
Yeah.
small and I'm ready now, I say something. I don't care how small it is. Because if it bothers me now, that little bit of bother me, 5 months to 6 months from now, it's gonna be wrecking my nerves. So
Yeah.
and I'm not saying small, medium stuff, but if something is bothering you, something is making you feel some kind of way, say something. Because the only way
And you got to
relationships
pick your
and things work,
battles.
you have to pick your battles. Communicate. How does that person gonna know if they done something wrong? You not feeling right if you don't say it.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Like you might not can get crazy because somebody ate your frosty flakes up today, you know.
You won't be touching it anyway if you
But
know it's mine.
pick your
Don't
battles.
don't eat it.
Pick your battles.
Yeah, that's
You have to
true.
pick your
More
battles.
about the problem. Well, you gotta pick it out. I have learned that too.
You-
It's like, if this worth arguing over, now I may say something. I may not argue, but I may let you know.
you-
So, yeah, I'm a firm believer in communication. If that's one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
do you think
Now, you do
communication
the
is a
same.
lost art in relationships?
Yes.
Do you think what?
Do you think communication is lost in relationships?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why is that?
That-
That's a good question.
Because everyone, well, because it takes work to be able to communicate. It takes work. It takes effort. Because communication can come across different ways. Simple format example: people send a text and they put it in all caps. Some may think that you're yelling or that but
Yeah.
that's the form of communication. So communication is difficult and then it's lost because everybody communicates differently. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times when you're communicating, you find a way to present something so it can be received. So that's where communication, I don't think if it's lost, it's just it takes a lot of work. And if you're not willing to work at how to communicate, then that's kind of where it gets dropped. Like if this is hard, like if you need to say something, this is hard to say. I don't know how to say it without hurting their feelings. I don't know how to say it without getting an argument. Something's not gonna say something. Never become lack of communication.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Hmm.
And people gotta view it the same. Communication is about growth. But when you got one person that views communication like, oh, it's an argument, the other one's like, oh, I'm viewing this as actually communicating, you're not gonna ever really communicate.
Mhm.
You're never gonna communicate. Because one person, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing because, it's gonna be an argument. So
Or
but it really is about talking about what you feel and hearing what the other person feels as well.
Mhm.
a lot of times guys aren't
And
really the
listen
best.
and really listening.
Y'all men
Yeah.
aren't the best. So y'all ain't good. Do that.
You mean we're not good at listening?
You
You're not good at communicating, period.
Maybe it's the person we communicate to.
just men
Possible.
in general. No, I mean,
Again,
So are we
gen-
are we making an incorrect statement by saying black men are not good communicators?
I'm not going to let y'all sit here and say that, but I'm going to say there are men that do communicate very well, but the woman sometimes don't hear what the person is saying. So that kind of shuts down the communication part where I'm talking to an invisible wall or a brick wall, however you want to call it. Because if I'm talking to you and you're not really receiving or recepting what I'm saying to you, I kind of feel like I'm wasting my time talking to you now. You're not understanding what I'm saying, and we're not going anywhere. It's not getting anywhere. So now there's a disconnect because
Right.
you want me to listen to you,
Since
but
you,
you don't want to listen to me. That's what I'm saying. So I think we all communicate differently as black men. We all have our ways of communicating.
Right.
Whether it be vocal or whether it be, just doing certain things. We communicate differently. Some communicate in silence. I don't know. I mean, I'm just telling you. I'm a person that I know for a fact how I am. You can tell when something is bothering me. It's all on my face. It's all in my body language. That's my communication. I'm not a person that really just express and talk unless I get to the point that I'm pissed. But other than that, and I don't want to get to that point, so I just shut down. You know,
Right.
but is that healthy? No, I know it's not healthy. But I've always had to do that because it was hard to communicate with the person I was always with. So I just shut down. So that's just how I am. I got a couple of people that chimed in. They said, when women stop sometimes want a certain answer and men don't give it to them. That could be another way of communicating. Like if you're expecting this answer and we don't give you that answer, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Is that true too?
I'm not that way, but I know people that are, but that does happen. Like you are trying to communicate and you're expecting, like when I say this, you need to be saying that. When that person doesn't give you the response you're looking for, then you're like, okay, this is pointless. It's like, no, it wasn't pointless. Just because you didn't hear what you wanted to hear, don't mean I didn't communicate. But on the flip side, you have to be able to accept what someone says. It's just to put it out a certain way that you want them to receive it, don't mean they receive it that way. You gotta always respect people's thoughts. Now, you gotta respect how they feel. You may not agree with how they feel and what they told you, but you're right. A lot of women, when they don't hear what they want to hear, then I don't want to talk. Like this conversation ain't going. It is. It's just not going with the topic. So,
But
I
it's
agree that
vice versa too.
I agree.
We do get like that when we don't hear, like, we say
Right.
something. Yeah, I can concur to that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I have another cousin. He said most black men communicate with logic, not emotions.
I would agree with that.
Logic and not emotion.
So we don't get our
Men are
feelings
logical.
involved. We give you that like, if we communicate directly, this is what happened, and this is why we telling you this, because we telling you from an understanding point of view and giving you our opinion and logic behind it, like you said. And then you're like, we don't get our feelings caught up into it. Most men are like that.
But when you're dealing with a relationship, there are emotions involved. And so you got a woman over here that's got emotions all over, and you gonna come logically. No.
You don't want to
No.
headline.
You gotta we're talking.
It's not a work conversation. We're not in a meeting at work.
No,
We're
I'm not.
talking logic.
Screw some logistics. We talk about emotions. Just no. It might not be logical. No.
Because
No.
there's emotion. So I mean, logic
How can you take emotions out of a relationship?
Facts.
I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's different on how they handle their situation. And then you got some people who say real communication has accountability.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's a valid point too. Yeah.
Yeah, when you communicate on how you feel, and you have to be accountable for what you said, and vice versa, which means I'm telling you something, you come back with an answer that I don't want to hear. I'm like, okay, I don't want to hear that, but you got to be accountable for what you said. So why you say it? You know what I wanted to hear. Where you coming from? Which one? And don't come with me. You said it for a reason, so let me know why you said what you said.
Right.
I mean, like you said,
and then if you can't explain it, then we really got a problem.
Right. So don't be coming out.
Now the conversation, now everything that went. Now we're in argument now because we was trying to communicate and you just said the wrong stuff and.
Just explain your logic.
Okay.
A lot of times they talk off the cuff, and then when the woman was like, okay, well, what you mean by that? Well, that ain't what I meant. It may not have been what you meant. You also have to honor how it was received. You got like I always tell people, I respect everybody's feelings. The way I delivered it, you received it different. That's not how I wanted you to receive it. But I can't discredit how you received it. They're still valid.
That's
So
fair.
that's yeah.
Because you can say what you were saying was and repeat it back to him. And it's like, well, no. Well, what did you mean then? And then you can't get no answer.
I think
what
we
it
give
comes.
the answer. I just think sometimes we don't want to. Y'all want us to give you the full blueprint, map, detail of the conversation, and so we don't want to go all the way through the detail. We want to cut to the middle and just give you that point right there and there.
You
Like
want the
that.
easy way out. You want the easy way out.
You're trying to
You
dig
try.
deep some blood.
You don't want to
Why
go
you
around
want
the
to know
corner.
all
You want to get straight to it. You want to get the whole blueprint. We don't
Yeah.
have.
I mean, I need background.
I'm a detailed
I need
person.
supporting information.
Okay.
I need supporting documentation and information on
Yes.
where you're coming from.
You want the receipts.
Yes. I'm white woman.
Tell me that they like, okay, like why? Okay, so why did it? I don't know. Yeah, that don't work for me. You don't just say something. There's something that made you say what you said. So whether you may not really want to tell me what made you say what you said, now we're gonna communicate. I need to know how you did it. You said it because you feel like I done got on your damn nerves. Just say I said it because you was getting on my damn nerves. And this is how I was feeling. Let's talk about it. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm a firm believer. If
Right.
I'm feeling right, I'm like, yeah, you gonna know. I don't have the
One of
ability
my
to sugarcoat. That's
partners
part of
just
us.
one of my partners just joined in. He said it seems like they're talking about the way women communicate, not men.
No,
No.
men don't. We already had, we came in. What name is? I can't see the comments. You came in late, brother. We don't talk to men.
Homeboy. It's one of his homeboys. Hey,
Yeah.
homeboy.
Wayne, what up, Wayne? Shout out to
Wayne.
Wayne.
Shout out Wayne.
Wayne, that's my boy Wayne.
99% of men don't communicate. And when they do, it's like high level, surface level communication. So we had said that.
Right.
And it's like men get overwhelmed during a conversation with women and they feel like they can't win it or they don't know how they shut down. They quit talking altogether. They had one word,
Yeah.
2 word answer. And that's not
They
communicating.
get mad and they leave or whatever. And the conversation's over.
Is that just the men you guys been with?
No, I have friends that.
I mean, we have to go by.
I don't think all men are like that.
Well, I mean, that's true. That could be that way. Are you that way, Al?
Do I shut down?
Yeah. You told us you did earlier.
I mean, no.
Most men
What I said was it depends on if the person that I'm communicating with is not receiving what I'm trying to explain or hearing me, it makes me shut down. If the person is listening to me, then it makes me open up more and want to communicate more. But if I can't communicate with you, I'm good. Because it's a waste of conversation. If I can't talk to you, because the person you with is supposed to be your best friend, you're supposed to be able to have that conversation about anything. Let's just be honest.
True.
And that's exactly how I feel. I want to be able to come home and have a conversation with you about whatever's going on, friends, your homegirl, my homeboy cheating on his wife over here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm having the conversation
Right.
with you. I don't want to have to come home and go, nah, let me go call my other homie because I know I can't talk to you. I should be able to always be able to come and talk to you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So if I'm communicating with you and I can't.
And vice versa.
Yeah, right. I always want be my best friend. Outside of my friends, you should be my best friend.
I agree.
You know.
I agree.
I agree.
What my boy said, he said that's why they attract. Opposites attract. He's 100% right. Yeah. He said most women definition of communicating is you agreeing with them. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, he didn't.
There you go.
What is his name?
That's Wayne. That's Wayne. That's my boy Wayne. He ready for the smoke. Wayne ready for the smoke.
I I don't want no agreement. I don't have to have agreement. But we need to talk.
People want them younger. People want somebody in their 30s, their 20s. Back in communication. If I'm communicating with you, I'm not gonna say you're not communicating if you're not what I want to hear. Yeah,
I don't
accurate.
always want agreement. But I think maybe that might come with maturity, age. I don't always want agreement. But I feel like we need to get on be on the same page, kind of close, maybe. And you can agree to disagree, but you've communicated effectively. Period.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I can agree to disagree. I don't agree with we don't agree on everything.
Wayne starting some stuff. Wayne, you finna.
Hey Wayne, you know they're Cowboy fans, Wayne, so you know how they get defensive. You know what I'm saying? My other boy said women want the why, and the men just want the yes or no.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. The men just want to be done. Hey,
y'all just want the answer. You just know. You just know not. Whereas women, I'll let you know, we say no. Why is it no?
Yeah.
Wayne said, "I'm 62. I deal with women my age."
He said what?
He said, "I'm 62. I deal with women my age."
And how old do you think I am?
I'm not putting that out there. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Wayne, I am 61. Getting ready to be 62. So
okay, I got my other family in here saying men can't win arguments because we have a need to make sense.
So what you trying to say? Women don't. You ain't talked to the right woman. That ain't not. Because women make sense.
I'm trying to.
And then Wayne comes back and said,
"Oh God."
Wayne comes back and said that's the point. Older women are still very confused.
He said what?
Older women are still very confused.
Or older men, if you want to.
Confused about what? Tell him to get his face on the podcast.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna get him on here.
Because I hear a lot from Wayne. I hear a lot from the other boy who's 60. Is Wayne and man 62 the same person?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 62.
Wayne,
yeah.
Probably Wayne 62. Look at Wayne 62.
I'm not confused.
No, I mean, I think, like you said, when we were having a conversation earlier, Al was like, "You think all black men?" I was like, "No, not all, but a high percentage." So again, you dealt with. So Wayne has dealt with
right
a number
confused
of women.
women.
All want to have a conversation, as long as if you don't say what they want you to say, then that's not all women.
So we can.
We can't stereotype either way.
Right, that's what I was.
Can't stereotype either way.
We can put either men or female in a box.
Yeah,
because we all are different. Just like he just said, women still have, he said, still have no idea of their wants. Hold on one second. I want to make sure I read it right because I don't want y'all cursing me out later.
Read it verbatim.
He said, still have no idea of their wants versus their needs. There are some people who can't define the two.
That's true.
Want, need. They are two different things. Let's be honest.
I can make a list, but I can make a list.
I'm pretty sure you can. We can make a list too.
Right. And there might be some people that can't, but you can't put that into a box for everybody.
Agreed. But there are, like, that goes back to what we just talked about as far as saying it's all about who you've met and who you've been with.
Right.
You get that perception.
Right.
So
I agree.
So my boy Q said, it's funny, I don't have no women on here. But I got a lot of the men coming at the women, so I need some of the women to check in, man. So he said, my boy Q said, so that's the communication gap. Sometimes men need to communicate more, and sometimes women need to accept men do not want to discuss the yes or the no. A relationship is a give and take.
But how are you? That's going to be one-sided. So how are you going to actually communicate and get to a solution, resolution if you don't talk? You got a woman that says why, and you just going to leave her hanging with no why? She's going to be pissed off. You can't tell me why.
You might not like the answer I'm gonna give you. I'm just
But
saying.
it don't matter. No, it's not about whether I like it or not. Just
Right.
communicate with me. You've done your
Right.
part, and it's up to me to accept it or not. But you did that. But just leave me hanging? No. Tell me why.
I,
Don't try to save me. Tell me why.
and if you can't
Oh my
verbally get
goodness.
down, write it down.
Jamal, you wrong. He said we don't negotiate with terrorists.
Understood. And neither do
Oh
we.
my God. Jamal, you're gonna get us kicked off the show.
Now we terrorists.
I mean, I
So
get
my
it.
boy
I mean,
Wayne,
relationships are
Wayne came back. He said women been nagging men since their 20s. Men just don't care to do the silliness with a lot of them anymore. How do y'all feel about that? You might have to give me another
been
drink.
dealing with. Look, hard
Nagging.
stop a little bit. But I don't feel like women
I don't
are
like that
nagging. I
word.
think you know.
I don't like nagging.
Look, they look like and take care of them and pay the bills and be Captain Save Hole. When you gonna do this and when you gonna buy this? It ain't took me out. We ain't been out now. Why my nails done? Why ain't got my hair done? What my yeah. These not these type of like I said, I don't consider it nagging if I'm asking you a valid question. Communication. That's not nagging. If we're in a relationship and we're having communication and I'm trying to get you to understand my love language, then that's not nagging. Because if I'm giving you what you need and I done figured out what you need to make you happy, then you should be able to figure out what I need to make me happy. And they're probably two different things because we're different people. And I feel like love language is important. You got to figure out that person's love language. Everybody's love language is different. So what you consider nagging, like why is it nagging? Is it because you don't want to understand where she's coming from and what she's feeling like she needs?
We want to know why it's nagging. Why?
Boy,
What's your
Wayne, you
friend say
started.
now? I gotta go in a minute. I gotta go get my mama. But what's your friend say? Because you laughing
Okay,
at
we're
it.
gonna close out. He said that's why black men are going overseas dating younger women to escape the nagging.
Go on overseas and get stuck over there. Go. Go on over there and get stuck.
I mean, you can date a young woman. I tell people with this. Like when you in your 60s or your 50s, you gonna get you a younger woman or a foreign woman because she gonna do what you want and do what you say and not ask no questions. Remember, you 50, she 20. It's gonna be a time when your ass is 70. And she gonna be your age. She not gonna do what you say. She gonna be a whole person. Because when you're young, yeah, you can mold them. You can get them to think how you want to think. But once they start growing older and they get into their own mindset, yeah, she might stay with you to get your money, but she gonna be doing her own thing. If you gonna be 75,
You don't want no yes woman. You don't want a woman that's gonna challenge you to be the best that you can be. Period.
yeah.
You don't want no yes woman. Yes to everything you do or say. No.
I guess I'm saying y'all are supposed to help each other be. You want to help me. You want to be better, and she should make you want to be better.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I can go back and read these comments.
Here go Wayne again.
Oh, no,
You don't need to friends. Yeah, we need a part two. Follow up.
We can do a part two, and then I'm gonna have Wayne on when we do part two.
Please do.
Yeah, tell them come on along. But these y'all got a lot to say on the team.
Uh-oh. Wayne, they're calling you out, so we gotta get part 2. We gotta get you on here, brother. I already know he'll do it, so I ain't worried about it. Listen, ladies, thank you. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Appreciate you guys for giving me your time. I know you guys are busy, and thank you.
We enjoyed the conversation.
See, y'all gotta go. He said, "Bring me on now." He ready.
Look, let's do it. Circle back. I mean, look, he obviously home. So look, what is it? Wayne 62 is ready. That's his new. That's a tag name. Wayne 62. W62. That's what I'm calling. W62.
Oh, wait a minute, Al. Somebody said, ask Al why we cannot see comments. I've even left a few comments too. And he said, tell Al me and Jimmy need to be on. Oh, yeah. I don't know why they can't see the comments.
It's because my comments are either on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can see the Facebook comments. If you're on YouTube, you can see it from the YouTube. Like, go to your Facebook, my Facebook page, you'll be able to see everything from there, from my page. You can see it from my page. But if you go to YouTube, you'll be able to see it from YouTube as well.
From YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back and check.
I don't know who Tam is, but I so appreciate
all my boys want to be on this show. They say, yeah, we gotta get everybody on the show. So
everybody out, they hit me up over here like, okay, we trying to leave a comment, we can't leave no comment.
Did you give them the YouTube channel?
Yeah, Adrian, what did you send to him? Oh God, what did I do?
I sent the.
Oh, he said he's on YouTube.
Yeah, so I don't know why it's not coming up, but it should be on my YouTube page, so I'll be able to see everything on my YouTube. Normally, I see my YouTube comments. I don't know why it's only showing my Facebook comments. So everybody who tried to make a comment, my apologies. I'll go back and check, and we can respond from YouTube. So my apologies. But we'll do a part 2. We're gonna do a part 2. We're gonna get even women. We're gonna get even men. And we're gonna balance the whole conversation out. We're gonna go back and forth. I'll be in the middle. I'll be the ringleader, and I'll be in the middle, making sure y'all go back and forth.
Yeah, because we need some more women to back us up too. Because these men are trying to jump all over us, and no.
Yeah. And that's why I said I want to balance it out.
I feel like it may be a little age variation, not too young, because I don't think they're gonna understand. You get too young, it's just gonna be like. But I feel like we would have a different conversation because we're older. And maybe that's what the conversation needs to stay with the grown folks. So maybe we don't need. But I don't know. Wayne do something like playing younger women. Maybe we need some of his perspective on them.
Right.
Because when you say younger, I mean you 62 because younger could be 50. And that's still considered a season. So he's saying younger, but he said younger, but he didn't say how many. 62 younger is that's a whole bunch.
Al Rod said, hey.
No, I see Rod in here.
Oh, you do?
I see Rod.
Yeah,
I see his comment. Yeah, I see Rod. But I saw his comment.
Oh, okay. So so you can see it then.
Yeah, I see it, but I didn't see him. I see his comments, but I don't see him ask no questions. Nothing like that.
All right. So I'll tap out. We can continue this conversation later at our designated location at every Thursday night. However, I feel like we need a part 2.
We will have a part 2. We'll set it up.
Yes.
We'll make this happen. I'll get everybody on, and we'll make sure we get even women, even men. Battle of the sexes. That's what we're going to call
it. It's called real talk. Yeah, like I tell everybody, keep the good eye open. Keep the good eye open.
Definitely. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you.
All right. Good night.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody that tuned in. I appreciate you guys. It was great. It was a great conversation. I like that. We're going to do this again. We're going to do part 2. Wayne, Jamal, get on here. Q, get on here. I got to get some more women on here. And, we're going to go battle it out. We're going to have a battle of the sexes type thing and have us some fun. At the end of the day, it's all our opinion. It's all conversation. And these are the things that I just had questions for. So stay tuned for part 2. I appreciate everybody that always tune in to A60. Please hit that share. Please go to my YouTube channel, subscribe. I would appreciate that. And I'll see you next time on the A60 Show. Peace and love.